Yes.
Yeah, okay. Should be
Did you
good.
get a gun drop? Let's see. Let's just do this. No, we're not going to do that. Never mind. All right. Well, if you guys are set to go, so am I. As set as I'll ever be. So, when we last met up, we were entering a town that is headed towards the large mountain on the island. And you all are just walking, and the gravel road beneath your feet starts to turn into more fine dust as it's being run over by local traffic a lot more. And you enter a town called Velton. You walk in, and in front of you, the town stretches out. Kind of think of a almost like a Wild West style town, where there's the main road right down the middle, and then buildings along the sides. There is one building in the middle, though, and you see that's a bank. On the left side of Velton, you can see what looks to be a building, a business building, and from the roof, there's actually birds that are flying in and out, just back and forth, repeatedly, different kinds of birds. Near that is another building. It looks like a police house of some kind, some kind of, law enforcement. And further back, there seems to be another shop. It's a little hard to make out, though. And then on the right side, you have a tavern, you have a blacksmith, and a herbal shop. So you all walk in, and the wind is sweeping by. You hear people talking and smell some delicious foods in the air somewhere downwind or upwind. And the kids in the town walking around with their mothers and fathers or just playing in the street, they are very cheery, unlike the town that you were in previously with kids. They actually seem to be acting a lot more like kids, although you can tell it's not quite the case. But they're in good spirits. What would each of you like to do as you enter the town of Velton?
Why are we here? I forget. We went
What do I
here because.
do? Why are we here?
Give me a second to reboot my brain. Okay, so.
I believe that last session, I think Jaden.
Yeah. His character had ties to people in this town, so we could figure out what was going on with.
It's a different town he had ties
It's a different
with. He was
town.
Stopping by this town on the way.
Just on the way, yeah, because there are on the marked roads on the map. This town does go in the direction you need, but then it splits off into multiple paths going elsewhere. So yeah, the original plan was Jaden wanted you guys to all go to this family that he knew on the north side of the mountain.
Yeah, like on the other, yeah.
So yeah, it's a good distance away though. So yeah.
Probably the best thing to do now is actually try to find work, because I know I'm low on money and food.
What about you? Ben, did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I was about to ask what he thought.
Oh, okay.
So you did what I wanted to do. Yes, you.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right.
You're fine.
So we came to this town to rest. We're going to go to this next town for. Why can't I remember his name?
Oh yeah, what is his name? I never wrote it down.
You're Daniel, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Daniel.
Yeah, he's Daniel.
D&D, man. Oh man. I'm Jedediah. What was his name?
Like
Xavier or something.
Oh, Jaden's character. It's Xander.
Xander.
Yeah, Xander. Xander Youngblood.
One or the other. Okay. I forgot about that. Jaden's funny. Okay.
Which, by the way, I guess now that you mention him, Xander and Artie are both walking behind you guys. So you guys are actually taking the lead right now.
So while we're in this town, we stopped for. We should probably resupply. So I will look at Jet, look at Daniel and Jet. They'd be like, we should probably resupply while we're in town.
I know I'm low on money, and I don't know how much money you have. I was saying we should probably find a place to get money. before we head off.
We might have to do something to get money.
Yeah, look for a job. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
but
exactly.
nothing gross. I have 92 gold though, so.
What's? I guess the police station would be a good place to start then. See if. Yeah.
Turn in Xander.
He didn't steal anything yet, so.
Get that
Not that you know.
Reward.
Not that you know of.
I know he attempted to steal the horse, Bunny, but that's about it.
Let me see.
I'm giving him a chance to not do anything stupid.
Be a good person.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are looking for work and you're looking for supplies and stuff like that, right?
Bounties, like anything.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Is there maybe if there's a post of what's it called?
Like a bulletin.
A wanted poster.
Bulletin board. That's yep.
Yeah.
For a bulletin board,
I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah. No problem. So right now the most popular places to look for work of really any kind would most likely be the police station on the left. But there is also a tavern. Those are known for having advertisements in them as well. And that's on the right side. And let me see. There is a bank also, which who knows what's going to happen if you go into a bank. Yeah, they got money. But anyway. So yeah, you got those all going.
A small loan of $1 million.
So a small loan of $1 million. Yeah. So out of I mean really any of those options, which one do you guys feel most driven to, if any?
Small bank. They always need more money.
Yeah.
In
my pocket. I'm kidding.
I feel like tavern would be a good choice, but Daniel, definitely feel more at home going to the police station. So.
Gotcha.
Well, Daniel, if you feel more like going to the police station, let's go to the police station, and Jed'll pat you on the back, and be like, "No worries," and then we'll walk that way.
Yeah, okay. We'll go to the police station.
Okay. All right. So everyone goes to the police station. And you walk in, and there is a half orc officer inside. Behind him, there are cells lining the walls and some desks with different scrolls and stuff on there. And he goes, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
That should be me, okay? Oh no, I'm not a character at all. My brain.
We're looking for work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Looking for work, eh? Well, I'm sure there's something around here to do for you. Give me a second. And he goes through some of the paperwork he has, and let me see. Oh my gosh, I actually have them somewhere. He goes through some of his papers, and he puts out 3 different scrolls on the table for you. There's also keeping in mind that Artie and Xander, they're outside. They're just hanging out, looking around. So there are 3 wanted posters. The first one, which I don't know if you are wanting or want to note them down, or if I can just repeat them if one catches your interest. But the first one is for a Lucas Malvo, and it's wanted alive for trial, theft and battery. Pay for that is 100 gold. The second is Barnabas Godwin, dead or alive. He is guilty for bank robbery and murder. The pay for that is 350 for alive, 150 for dead. And the last scroll that you guys are going through, you're shifting them around. And the last one, you pull it up, and something about this particular poster is kind of odd. There's a picture of a tiefling on the paper. A very familiar tiefling. The name on it reads Daniel Soul.
Oh wait, what me? Oh, I thought the team thing. I thought. The hell? What did I do?
The description is very bare, except it describes. Oh my goodness, I'm looking like such a bad DM right now. Except I know where to find the information. Let's see. Daniel. Yes. By order of a Lord Damon Song of Lexidar, he is under investigation as he's been hired to accomplish a certain task, but Lord Damon seems to think he's taking too long. So he is actually not dead or alive, he's just alive. He's wanted. The pay is 200 gold. The ogre, the half-orc police officer at this time is a numbskull, though.
Okay.
And it does not even occur to him who is looking at this paper. So he's just sitting back and drinking his drink and doing whatever cops do, eating a donut, you know.
I'm going to quickly pocket that paper.
Jed will look at Daniel and go, so Jimmy, these are very interesting. These are very, very interesting people. We should probably take some of these guys in.
Daniel,
yes,
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
When attempting to take and hide the wanted poster, I need you to do a sleight of hand for that.
Yep, I thought so.
Sorry, Ben. Ben's like, I could have gotten away with it too.
No, that's fine. Where's my sleight of hand? That's bad.
I'll help by blocking the way.
Huh?
I'll use my help action to block the way. So, like, get in between, like, oh, these are interesting papers. And, like, sit over top of him and put my elbow on the paper as he's taking it and kind of slide it off. Like, these are interesting. I kind of like this guy right here. Mr. Man. And while he's, like, handling it, you only handed us 2.
Well, what? Huh? You want to do a deception roll?
Yeah, I'll do a deception roll. 1 sec. I think my charisma is freaking like 20. So, oh Lord, that's a 22.
Oh. And I got an 18 on that sleight of hand.
Okay. All right. So Daniel, you successfully slipped the scroll away as if it was never there. The half-orc police officer is just,
yeah, well, maybe I've been in the office too long. And I think I'm going to turn in for the night. But you all have a good night. Be safe and enjoy the show if you go to that carnival.
And he starts getting up, starts stomping off and locking up behind him. No one's in the cells behind him, so he starts kind of getting ready to head out and dismisses you guys. Matthew?
Oh, we'll take the 2 jobs. I kind of want to take both.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That's cool.
Best criminal's a locked up one, or dead.
Fair enough. So, do you guys want to just collectively be in search of these 2 guys? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll be an active search. Is there like a last scene place, like last scene here or something on the one posters?
There's not, and that's not because of the poster, that's because of me. So no, not yet. But there, we'll just say this. I'll help you guys out a little bit with it. Right now you just have what's that?
They're gonna show up to this carnival. Everybody's dying on this island. Come on, Daniel. You know they're showing up.
I do want to figure out more about the carnival, and definitely tavern would be the next place because we do have names. And the best person to ask a name definitely is a drunk person.
Yeah. Good point.
The barkeep actually makes sense too. Actually, that makes more sense.
Yeah, still no.
So are you still at the police station, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, we're taking all. Taking all 3. Making sure to like hide mine, but we're gonna go to the tavern to.
Your name's Jimmy, by the way, in this town.
Yes.
Sorry
Jimmy
for
Olsen.
naming you, Jimmy Olsen.
So you exit the police station, and once again you're out in the main town, and people are buzzing around. Everyone's talking about the show. They're so excited for it, and there's a little young man walking next to his mom. It's like, oh mother, I'm so excited to go to the carnival. It's gonna be great. And she's like, oh yes, darling, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a great time. They're whooping on. There's another kid, and he's like, mother, do you think we're gonna see the freaks? I know I sound exactly like the other boy. And she's gonna be like, yeah, son, it's gonna be great. So anyway, so everyone's really excited, and like people were hustling and bustling around. By the way, the shop that you couldn't quite make out before, but now that you're a little further into the town, you can see to your left, there's a bookstore also. Pretty rare for this area, as we know, books aren't like a high demand thing, but so there is a bookstore there as well.
We might be able to find a better map too. We should probably go there sooner later.
Matthew, feedback. Oh, you down for that?
No, we're going to the tavern first. That's more important.
Okay. No worries. So, yeah, you guys go. Basically, you go all the way across the center of the town. You enter the tavern, and this place is pretty hopping. It's pretty hopping. They got some live music, playing a little Devil Went Down to Georgia up on the stage, stuff like that. You go in, and the barkeep she's sliding whiskey shots across the table for people, and she's just going crazy. She goes, what can I help you with? What are you here for? And she's just working.
Information.
We're looking for these two people here, as I put down the two posters. not don't let you not try to make a scene.
Did you by chance accidentally put your own poster down? Because that would be funny.
No, I purposely the posters were in my hand, two of them, and the other one's in my pocket, hidden.
She goes, I'm not sure about Barnabas. Lucas, he looks familiar, but I don't know anyone by that name. Perhaps in another town, but I haven't seen him in a while, if that's been the case. Maybe he came through here to eat recently. I'm not too sure. I'm so sorry. I know anyone will probably be in or around the carnival tonight, but... Oh, were you all looking to attend, by chance?
That's also what we wanted to ask about. We're not from this town. I want to procure. What is this carnival?
Oh, well, they travel from another land, and they've been hopping around here and there, and I think they have a strong man and some entertainment for the kids, juggling, fair foods, a lot of fried things, and fresh produce. It's a good time. It's one of the only good times that we really get to have around here. So it's a kind of a big deal for everyone. Were you all planning on going? Or do you have tickets?
Yes. No, we don't have tickets. We've just heard about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how many of you are there?
4.
Probably 4. Well, party of 4. Today may just be your lucky day, as I happen to have 4 tickets on me. However, they are not for free. Now, I can charge you exactly what I paid to get them, which is 5 gold each, or we can play a game. What say you?
Yeah, I'm sure my friend here would love to play a game.
What am I?
What's that?
What am I, Jigsaw? I'd like to play a game. Yeah.
So first put your head in this bear trap. So, okay. So, I mean, so did you want to buy it or did you want to do the game? What was the final
I'd
on
like
that?
to play a game,
Okay.
And then I'll ask her, in the off chance if I lose, I can still buy them, can't I?
We'll just see. But yes, that should be fine.
She'll be like, I own your soul now. Thank you.
So, she pulls out, which I did not properly prep for this particular part of it, but that's totally okay. So she pulls out 4 pictures, and I gotta kind of sketch them real quick. So give me just a moment.
You're all
I think I can do them from memory.
Burr.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll actually say that this is something that's like on a coin or something like that. But she shows you this symbol right here.
Okay.
Okay. She shows you that symbol. And she tells you that an important tip for living here, as I can see you guys are not locals, an important thing here is keeping track of what time you can. And this is how we do it. This is amnistair. It's our word for morning or sunrise. Can you remember that?
Amnistair.
Amnistair, very good, yes. So, that is the first one. I promise there's a point to all this. She shows you a second symbol. It's very wonky because I drew it wonky, but let's pretend everything's supposed to be symmetrical as possible. She says, this is Ferrexter. It's our word for midday. Ferrexter. F-E-R-O-X. Tear.
Okay.
The third symbol is nearly like the first one. And that one is Terrater. And if you kind of catch on to the theming, you can tell that that's like sunset,
Okay.
And there's one last symbol to remember. Is this symbol right here? And that is Praeter. It is their word for night or nighttime. You think you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So the game is this. Name this symbol.
Ferrexter.
Correct. You just won 1 ticket. Now, for the second, name this symbol.
Prayfair, I think is what you said.
Correct again. You're pretty good at this. 2 tickets down, 2 to go.
Oh, this must be Terrafair.
Correct. Very good. And lastly,
Amnistair, my friend.
Very good. And she gives you the 4 tickets. Very good job, you guys. Very good job. Now, with this, she tells you that what's up?
Nothing.
Nothing's happening. Everything's fine.
Sorry, I just want to say I love D&D kindergarten.
Pretty much, yeah. It's always the homebrew D&D kindergarten, so it's like this stuff might come in handy, so I gotta give it to you somehow. But
yeah.
But then she goes. But then the last thing she tells you is that symbolized with the picture, it is actually a representation of the island itself. This being the land, the square being the sky, that being the mountain in the middle.
Oh.
Sunrise, full sun, sunset, and sundown.
Oh.
The names Omnistair, Ferrixtair, Terrater, and Praetor are each belonging to one of the 4 quarter gods that created the world.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and then there are colors coordinated with all of those, but that's that's for another time. So anyway, well, very good job. And here are your tickets, and she hands them to you. And she goes, and because I'm a good sport, here, have an ale on the house. And she hands you both an ale just to have and everything. Yeah. At this present time, you hear a voice from the tavern door behind you. Friends, we need to speak. Please come out. It's Artie, and he's motioning for you guys to come out.
I'll down my beer as fast as I can. Probably choke a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll put it on the table and walk
out. Probably do mine a little bit slower, but it's basically the same thing. Making sure I don't choke.
He's over here like, okay, we'll be right there. I just don't want to choke.
Sips. So how's Martha?
So how are the kids?
They're all dead.
Pretty much. But yeah, so are you exiting the tavern with him? Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure. I didn't want to force that on you guys. So you guys exit the tavern. You're right outside, and Artie is sweating, and he is pale. He looks like he's seen a ghost.
Okay.
What happened? What's going on?
Friends, I wish I could. I wish I could tell you a bit more. But I found this and I thought you should see it. And he holds up a poster. It's a poster for the carnival, for the carnival that's in town. And as the posters are posted all around the town, you see that they have their different attractions. They have a strong man, they have a daredevil, and they have all these things. But the one that Artie holds up has a face on it that rings familiar, but it's kind of hard to quite click with. It's a young woman with she seems to be made of trees or made of plants, vegetation, and she looks very familiar. She's been titled the Swamp Witch on the poster.
Oh.
Would I be able to recognize her as, well, what I'm thinking she is, the princess?
Yes, yeah, you would be able to recognize her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so and you're completely correct. It is the princess, Princess Dahlia, and apparently she's with the carnival. Artie puts down the poster, and he goes, "No, I know that we don't know her or her people or how they do things, and that's totally okay. But believe me, she did not choose to join this circus. I am certain of it." And he's getting worked up. He's almost on the verge of tears. He's very upset about something. He goes, "We need to get it. We need to get her out of this. And we need to do it very fast."
I like to put my hand on his shoulder, just be like, We will, Artie. But are you okay? You don't seem all right. Like I know this is a drastic situation, but
he kind of goes quiet. He goes quiet for a second, and I kind of want to have you roll for something to see if he opens up to you. What would that be? Would that be a
that'll be a persuasion, I guess. If I'm persuading him to open up.
Yeah. I if you would like to, I would say roll a persuasion check, because he's not a very he's not a very open person when it comes to certain things in his life.
All right. That would be 15.
Okay, 15. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Wow. Okay. All right. So finally, he just takes a breath and before you all found me performing outside the last town, I was running for a while, running from my past, if that answers any questions. And well, I got into show business. Yes, the magician Marty, Magic Marty as he calls himself. He welcomes me and promised me a place to stay and food and money, and I thought I'd be taken care of. It. No, he is a cruel man, and he mind controls all of those who work under him. He tortures them, he starves them, and I was lucky enough to escape with most of my dignity. But I can't go back in there. Whatever we choose to do, whatever we decide to do when it comes to the princess, that is fine, and I support you, and I will do everything I can, but I will not step foot in that tent. And at this time where he's telling you all this, he just briefly, he looks around and he turns to where his back is mostly facing you and pulls his shirt up, and his whole back is just blackened with cuts from whips, and it's healed very poorly.
I would imagine it hasn't healed at all. It's burnt, so.
Yeah, well, exactly. Even the burning was not done in order to be useful. It was done to just be more painful and keep him alive. So yeah, so Artie says that.
I gotta write down your character's name, Matthew. I keep forgetting.
Jed.
Jedediah Longtree.
Is that
Was that actually my last
No,
name?
that's not it. I'm just making that up.
I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Oh yeah, Jed. That's what we call you. Yeah. Okay. We're good.
Jed. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, Jed, I only see one way of doing this. We gotta shut down this town's source of happiness.
Shut down this town's source of happiness.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. Makes sense.
Can we see the carnival, like tents or like a place of like where they are at this moment?
Past the bookstore, past the blacksmith, on the outskirts of the town, you do see a trail of torches that leads to there. And now that you know there's a carnival and all that stuff, you actually start to smell. Oh, is that buttered popcorn in the air? And it just whiffs down. It smells delightful. You can hear ever so slightly. You can hear some organ music playing. So you do see the direction that it's in.
Okay. So we can see where it is.
Here's what I do. I'm gonna give tickets to everyone, including Artie, and be like, you may not want to join, but we are going to shut down this place that has wronged you in the past. We will appreciate your help, but we understand if you do not wish to come.
I think my services are best left here. If there's anything I can do to earn income around the town for when you come back, I'll do what I can, but...
Oh, okay. Actually, could be a good idea. I'm going to hand him the 2 wanted posters.
Yeah,
and
keep an eye out.
Secretly ask around, try to find information about these 2.
Good thinking. Let's see. I'm noting that down myself. Cool. All right. So,
do we know if the carnival's already begun?
What do the tickets or posters say? Yeah.
So the carnival has not yet begun. They're on the. It's about midday right now. Getting a little farther into it. But on the poster, there's this symbol telling you what time it's gonna start.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it's officially starts at sunset. So you guys
Can we get there before sunset?
What's that?
Can we get there before?
Can we get there before sunset?
Yeah, you can get there before sunset. It's
And
you still got a little bit of time.
Okay. And I'll look over at Daniel and I'll be like, if we want to be effective, we want the least amount of people there as possible. We need to talk with this ringleader before everyone shows up.
Yep, I totally agree.
That's what I
need to.
Because
and at most, I feel like we should probably scout out the area too, just in case we have to sneak our way.
The carnival might be fine. Like some people might be fine, but it sounds to me like the head honcho's the problem. But let's go. Yeah, scout it out, see what's going on. So I think we're gonna head that way.
One second. Yeah, we're heading that way. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you guys heading towards the carnival then?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you are walking, and there are torches passing by you, just a trail of them, and there are other people that are already kind of starting to seek out what's going on around here. There are some scattered out different booths for there's candy apples, and there's like cotton candy looking stuff, and there's games that some of the kids are playing. The first notable thing that you see when approaching are the people working the booths. Little tiny clowns, little small people wearing clown masks and big wigs and large, 3-fingered gloves that are just cartoony looking, and they're helping to run the games, and they're serving the food and taking the money. And there's one at the entrance that as you walk up, he just bows his head and motions for you to enter in.
Okay.
Entering in, straight in front of you is the big tent, the big top, and then to the left and right are various games and everything. So you guys feel like just heading straight in? You wanna, what's the vibe?
Are there any like posters specifically like the swamp witch is here or something?
Nope, nothing like that. It's they're just kind of advertisements placed all around.
Nope.
While you're looking at the posters though, the swamp witch, they're advertising her as being like a freak from the darkest swamps out in the middle of the forests and all that. Just made up stuff, just crazy stuff, and saying that she's super dangerous and all that. There's also the poster of the strong man. He's got like an elephant above his head, and there's the daredevil, and he has a big railroad spike sticking out of his nose that he's like hammering in. So they got a few little odds and ends there at the circus, but no. Yeah, so you guys are, you said you're still approaching and everything. You just had that question about the
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. You walk up to the entrance of the big top, and almost from out of nowhere, well, no, from the behind the curtain, a giant dude, just giant guy who is just, if you've ever seen like those world-class like strongmen, and not a bodybuilder, but a strongman.
Yeah.
Just this guy's a tank, and he just walks out and he goes,
"So sorry, but we're not open quite yet. Wait about 10-15 more minutes and you can get in and no problem. Go play some games, enjoy your time, eat some cotton candy."
And he just stands with his big arms crossed.
Okay, cool. All right, pretty polite actually. I'll look at Jimmy and I'll say, Jimmy, didn't you need to talk to the ringleader, like the main guy of this place?
Yes, I saw instance of a couple things that I could have sworn would belong here, like this one person, but he wasn't at the carnival, which I found weird. So I'm wondering if anything got loose in the past.
Anything got loose, you say?
Yes, like this weird. I'm not sure how to describe it. That's why I want to talk to the ringleader, because just in case he might need any help with it.
Well, Master Marty is very busy before the show. He's warming up, getting all of his tricks ready. He is. No time for company, that one. No. After the show, maybe, though. If you're lucky, get you an autograph, you can.
I'll look at Jimmy. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll look at Daniel and I'll be like, Jimmy, you think we could wait till after the show? I think we might be able to do
I believe it would be okay for now.
Okay. We can wait till after the show.
What?
Nice. Well, I'm glad we came to an agreement. Well, if you would like, though, I can go ahead and give you your seating for your tickets. I see you got them there. Eh?
Yep.
All right.
He takes the tickets and gives you them back, and they tell you where to sit. I ain't gonna tell you because it doesn't really matter. So anyway, everything.
We'll be opening any minute now. You all just go and just enjoy your time. I'll be right back.
He disappears behind the curtain again, and from inside the big top, you can hear the music starting to build and everything, and they're getting ready. You hear a few whispers, people, the pre-show business prep. You hear some. Some cracks of whips and things like that. And was there anything you guys wanted to do before the show starts, or are you guys just waiting it out?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna wait till the show and then go after.
I want to sneak behind and figure out what's going on back there.
You feel like it.
I don't trust myself because I have a chain armor, and that gives me disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Okay, we'll maybe it's smarter to
like the only way we're stealthing is if you go alone, and that's not a good idea at all. So.
Ooh! I have 2 costumes in my pack.
Your costumes?
Ooh!
Where'd you get costumes?
I'm gonna go be a clown.
Oh my gosh.
No, I won't do it. Or should I do it?
I always wondered how the costume thing works. I always wondered if it was like, well, what kind of costume? Like, is it just...
I don't know. I didn't think...
It just happens to be a clown. What are the odds that this clown costume would have come in handy? You're like, I knew this $5 thing from Party City was going to help. Well, while you guys are discussing things and you're working out the beats and everything, the last little just glimpse of the sun is starting to go down over the side of the mountain, and you hear the organs start to pick up even louder, and right in front of you, the curtain once again opens up, but this time by 2 small little clowns that just pull the curtains back, opening it for everyone to come inside, where you are met with some very dim, warm lighting from different torches and mirrors that are, pointing towards the center. So the stage, or the curtain, is open to proceed. The 2 clowns, once again, motion you in without a word or a sound.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go take our seats, watch the show, and try to just wait till it's over to go talk to this guy and maybe beat the crap out of him. But
I am gonna attempt to do something during the show. But we'll see. Like, are you gonna describe the show as it happens, or?
Yeah, Yep, I'm just gonna describe it as it happens, and
Perfect,
y'all
yeah.
y'all do you.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll just watch the show, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
do something eventually. But
Yeah, absolutely. You guys enter, and there's a crowd of people that follow right behind you. It is lined up. Everyone's going to this carnival. It is the place to be. The organ music is hopping around. There's actually more clowns, and they're playing instruments to accommodate. Once again, not a word amongst any of them, but they're just playing their music, having a good time. You go in, and the main circle in the center is filled with dirt and sand, for different tricks and stunts. And then the outside is lined with seating that stacks up. And you guys get the very front row. I would say towards the center. It's a circle though, so I mean, you go in through the entry, you turn right, and you sit there just on the front row and have your seats. And while you guys sit there for a while, and there's more people sitting around and behind you and all around, and snacks are being passed around. You smell candy apples, and you smell popcorn and turkey legs and stuff like that. And everything seems to be in good energy, but you guys know there's something going on behind the scenes. Obviously, there always is. And then finally, the lights all around dim. The main light illuminates the center of the carnival, and it's a flash of smoke and light, and there's a man in a very regal, long, red tuxedo with long tails and a top hat. He has a twisted mustache and a goatee, and he holds a whip in his hand and a wand in the other, and he cracks it. Welcome to Magic Marty's Traveling Circus! And everyone's, celebrating and cheering and stuff like that. And he goes on to begin the show. And first things first, he cracks his whip, and about 8 clowns pop up onto the main center, and they start doing little tricks. They're climbing on top of each other, doing flips, and super cool, super cool, doing all that. Everyone applauds. And this is where I'm just kind of telling what happens in the show. So, if you guys have questions or observations or statements, just go for it. But yeah, the clowns do their act. Everyone applauds. It's a good time. The clowns go back behind stage. You actually see them go. There's a little path that's cut out through some of the bleachers farther away from you, and they just kind of go in there, and it's dark, but that's backstage. They go in there. The second act comes out, and it's the strong man that met you at the door earlier. He goes by the name Orog, and he walks out, and they bring out this wagon full of different sizes of like bales of hay and whiskey barrels and stuff. And this guy is just, he's like juggling whiskey barrels like no man's business. And he's just having a good time with it, puts him down. He picks up a horse and starts bench pressing a horse. And he's just showing off, everyone's freaking out and having a good time. And the magician comes out again to lead them into the next act as the strong man goes and stands just off stage, not in the wings or anything. Then the magician, Magic Marty, comes up and goes, "For our next act, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe your eyes. You won't believe the terrors that this man can endure. Welcoming Mr. Darlow, the Invincible!" And this man walks out on stage. Ordinary looking guy. He's seemingly a human and everything. The first thing that you will actually notice about him is he has no black scarring on him at all. Not at all. He walks out on stage and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I just have one quick question for the audience. Does blood bother you?" No? Well, good to know. He proceeds to, from his coat, pull out a knife, a blade about this long. He examines it, and he pulls an apple out of his pocket and cuts it to show that it's a real knife. And then he proceeds to drive it through his arm. Pokes out the other side. Not a drop of blood, though. Now, it could be magic, eh? Or is there something else going on here? And the audience, disturbed but entertained, they all, oh, that's crazy, you know, something like that. He pulls out the knife and goes, well, you've seen nothing yet. Orog! Orog at this time lets go of a rope. And from the top of the big tent, an anvil drops directly on Darlow's head. Silence across the whole carnival. Until one of his hands twitches. Then he stands up, unharmed. His head is fine. You could feel that anvil hit the ground from where you sat. That was real weight. And he stands right up and, thank you, thank you. He celebrates and he takes his bow and heads off to the side near Orog. The magician comes out once more. And for our final act, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, our last attraction. She's new to our crew, yes, yes, but don't let her stunning looks fool you. No, she is the murderous swamp witch of the darkest part of the island. Yes, but we found her, and she is well trained, so nobody panic. Even if you're afraid, it's all part of the show. Welcoming the Swamp Witch. And the back curtains open up, and you see Dahlia take the stage, a single spotlight on her. And she has no expression in her face. She walks very calmly to the center of the arena, and the magician tells her to bow, and she does so.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you're going to cast Detect Magic?
Exactly it.
Okay. Is that something you have to roll for, or is that just like a you
Nope.
just do?
It just happens.
Okay.
I can send you this like a spell screenshot if you want.
Okay, yeah, you're good. But no, you cast Detect Magic. When you do that, as she bows and she looks up, you will notice that actually hanging around her neck is a little necklace with a little pendant on it, and that is definitely the source of magic, or at least one of them. There are others in the vicinity, but the main one.
Are there others coming from the different acts, like the Strong Man and the Invincible Man?
No, not from the. Well, there is one coming from the Daredevil. However, it's different, and you can't quite pin down what it is. It's not like it's not like the necklace.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dahlia has a necklace with a pendant on it, and you can tell there's definitely an enchantment going on. She stands up tall, and the magician cracks his whip, and she looks up and she opens her arms, and from her arms, branches start growing out, and they start spiderwebbing outward, and she gets tall and just sinister looking. Her eyes turn to a glowing green, and she just stands there over the audience, just hulking over everyone. And the audience is, whoa, wow, and they're all like, whoa, that's crazy, looking at that kind of thing. The magician then goes on to have her do some tricks. He tosses her some apples, and she juggles them with her tendrils of branches and vines. 8, 10, 12, 20 apples all at once. She's just juggling them. Her face the whole time, no expression, looking straight ahead, bright green eyes, just without a thought behind them. She does this for a little bit, does another trick, and the magician goes, "Now finally for the most dangerous actor new freak will encounter. Boys, get her up on the ladder." And sure enough, there's a ladder that's rolled in. It's at the very, like, the highest point of the ceiling inside the big top. There's a ladder that goes up with essentially a diving board on it. As you see, Dahlia is being guided up the ladder. She's taking her time. She doesn't seem like she wants to do it, but she's taking her time. She is getting up there, though. Orog, the strong man, brings out a mechanism and cranks it up, and there's a ring that is lifted about midway from floor to the ceiling, a ring. And then below it, he pulls out a large giant barrel of water. And the magician says, "For her last trick, the swamp witch will be diving all the way from the big top into this pool. She's brand new, folks. Anything could go wrong." And the princess at this time is standing at the edge of the diving board. And she's looking down, and now they're starting to do a drum roll. And as she's up there, you can tell she's shaking. She is shaking while she's up there. The magician goes, "Wait! No, this is all wrong. We can't do this. What kind of a maniac wouldn't light the ring on fire?" The ring bursts into flames. And now the glowing red is the only thing illuminating Dahlia at the very top. "Countdown, ladies and gentlemen! 10, 9, 8, and they start counting. 7, 6, 5.
We gotta stop this, right?
4,
I can.
3,
You can?
2, 1.
Trust you.
What's that?
And so, is she jumping?
She's about to.
As-
When they get to 1, she leans, but then she stops herself.
Okay.
And then she leans again. She stops herself. The magician, "What the hell is she doing?" "One more time, ladies and gentlemen. She didn't hear you well enough," and cracks the whip right at her. And she flinches with it, and she starts looking down, and now you can tell she's kind of more aware of what's going on. "One more time, ladies and gentlemen, or I'll get up that ladder and push her down if she doesn't jump." Orog starts climbing up. "Yeah, whatever you say, boss." Starts climbing up. And once again, the audience starts counting down. 10, 9, 8.
While everyone's counting down, like, I'm gonna look at Daniel and I'm gonna say, "So I know Featherfall. Do you know of anything?" I'm just gonna cast Featherfall.
Just nothing. There's nothing I could do. Featherfall's a good idea.
Do you have anything to throw at her to knock her off course?
I don't know what to do it.
Why is she doing this? They'd probably be on like counting down still. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, they're at like
Okay.
5 right now.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Let's do
Blueberries.
it this way. Let's do it this way. Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do, boys. They're counting down. They are at 5 right now.
Yep.
A second or a countdown will go by every time one of you has completed a statement or thought. So think your words wisely.
Oh,
You're at 5.
Okay. I cast.
It's amazing how quiet it got.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna cast Featherfall right now on her.
Thunderbolt?
Featherfall. Did I say
Oh,
Featherfall.
okay.
It's
Featherfall.
just
I was like,
closer falling.
Thunderbolt? Okay.
That would be funny. So choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. I know she's not falling yet, so I can hold the action until she's falling.
Okay.
But basically, she won't take fall damage.
Okay.
Wait. Takes no fall damage. Yeah, so how high up is she?
Uh,
Are we talking like Dumbo high up, like up there high up?
she's pretty high up.
Okay, yeah, I'll cast Featherfall. Just
We're talking like Cirque du
regardless.
Soleil type tent, big old tent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast it right as she, right before she falls. So maybe even at the end. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at Daniel, and I'm gonna be like, "This should be interesting. I haven't tried this before." And I think I have. And then I'm going to point at the ringleader, and I'm going to cast. Not what you would think. I'm gonna try this, see if it works. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. I have it right here. Okay, I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sleep.
You're gonna cast Sleep on the magician.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of an AoE thing. So
I got you.
we have done this before.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyone in 90 feet within his area. So.
Okay. So at this time, they get down to 1. And the princess once again refuses to jump. She's fighting it with every bit of her willpower. But Orog is at the top of the ladder, walks over
98.
and goes, "Rrr!" and pushes her. She is falling straight down. She passes through the ring of fire. She passes through that. And you said Featherfall?
Yep.
Yeah, she's not going to take any falling damage.
Okay.
And
All
she should obviously be falling slower than she should be because.
Yeah. I was gonna say we'll say that like right when she passes through the ring, it hits her and she like slows down and lands on the ground as calm as she can. She lands in the water bucket actually, and everyone's like, "Yay!" kind of confused, that kind of thing. But they also saw you cast that, and so now people are, "Oh, what is he doing? What's going on?" And there's a little bit of disruption.
Yeah.
And then you said you casted Sleep at the
Sleep
magician.
on the point right at his feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll read it to you really quick. The spell,
please do.
Sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Creature affected by the spell falls unconscious. The spell, the sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. A creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected. So I rolled 5d8, and I got a 27.
Oh,
Okay. Awesome. So let's do this.
If I imagine how I'm imagining it, he put it so only the ringleader is going to be in the 20-foot radius. Isn't that right, Matthew?
Yeah.
So if his health is 27 or lower, he would fall asleep.
He would fall asleep.
Okay. So he said if his health is what?
27 or lower.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, audience is starting to freak out a little bit. You saved Dahlia from landing on the ground. You casted Sleep at the magician, and he looks at you right when you cast it, and then falls over asleep.
Okay.
All right, perfect. I'm going to jump over the.
Snatch and grab. Let's go. I'm all in. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna run over to her and I'm gonna yell to the audience.
Grab twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just, while I'm going over, I'm just like.
I said the audience now they're barreling out of there. They're like, they're killing the freaks. They're killing them.
Oh no.
There goes trying to save the good public opinion. Okay.
So you're going up and you're getting Dahlia, right?
Yeah. I'm going to be immediately trying to get that necklace off her.
Would you allow?
Ask it. What's up?
Oh, I know it's a lot, and it's a rebuttal, and you can say no. I had 2 costumes. Can I say that I had the wherewithal to disguise both of us in some way, shape, or form?
I will say, because we're this far along, I wouldn't feel right saying that.
We should have put on the costumes, even if we weren't clowns.
That's
that would have been a good idea.
But they stole a person, and
so everyone
trafficking is wrong. So let's kill them.
All right, so everyone is barreling out and freaking out, stuff like that. Daniel, you go out, you rush out to go get Dahlia out of that bucket and get her the heck out of there. While this happens, as you approach the bucket, however, Orog jumps off of the thing and lands right in front of you, right between the two of you.
I don't think you're gonna want to do that there, mate.
Roll initiative, everyone.
Yay! I'm sorry. He was really nice. I don't want to kill him or fight him, really. We're level 3, aren't we? Yeah, we're level 3. Okay, so I have 2 and 2 left. Gotcha. All right. Oh, we're rolling initiative, dummy.
Yeah. It's that time.
17.
16.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, Orog lands there, blocking you. You see Daniel. You see Dan. Okay. So in operation of initiative, Orog is going to make his first attack. He reaches over to the barrel that Dahlia's in and snaps off a large plank from the wood, which is perfectly sharpened at the edge, and swings it right at you, Daniel. He is not messing around. He is going to do... Well, a 10 is not going to hit, so he misses. He misses entirely. He's... And he kind of throws his body weight into it a little bit. But he comes back with one hand for a multi-attack. Yep. 20.
That hits.
That hits. Yes, it do. All right, so let's see what we got. And for that, you're going to take 8 damage as he just backhands you with his massive arm. He smacks you. Matthew, it is your turn.
Okay.
And where are you still at the benches, or are you coming up behind Daniel?
Oh no.
Where would you like to be?
I was running with. I was on.
Okay.
I was on his
You're
tail.
running with. Okay.
Yeah. So he swung at him twice. So if I'm within range, I would like to tactically just get out of range, but still in range of him. So almost move around him, almost a flank. And then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Thunderwave. Let me do something really quick, but I am gonna cast Thunderwave because I want to throw him, but I also want to make sure that I do it right. Being very goofy today. Yeah, 15 foot. So I'll just get to the point where I'm not gonna hit Daniel or the princess.
Okay.
Increases by 1d8. Okay, so I'll cast it 2d8, so 3d8. Let's do 3d8. Where are my d8? There's my d8.
3d8.
He takes. He has to do a I'm casting it at second level.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Push 10 feet away. On a failed save, creature takes full damage plus 10 feet away. On a successful save, it takes half damage. My save is. It is 10 plus pro plus this. So he needs to pass a. I'm sorry, dude.
You're fine. You're fine.
Each creature must take a. He needs to take a con save, and he has to beat a 17.
Con save. Okay, so he did not succeed at that.
So he takes. He takes 20 damage and flies 10 feet. I'm sorry.
That's. Yeah.
Matthew, why don't you tell me what happens?
I don't want to murder him. I know it probably did a bunch of damage. So I wanted to just throw him. So he tried to attack them. Yeah. Jed's going to run up. He's going to run around Daniel while he's doing that. And then as he runs around, he'll turn and throw his hand out, close it and open it again. And then from his hand comes this bright blue light and it just explodes. And as he swiped once one way, and then as he went back to swipe again and missed, or actually he made connection. He explodes forward and flies over the top of Daniel and then lands in between the seats. That's what I think would happen. If that's 10 feet away. If it's not 10 feet away, yeah. I don't know. He lands in something.
No, I like that. Holy cow. Okay, so so that was how much?
20 even.
20 thunder damage.
All right. So yeah, just like you said, he flies back and there's just a trail in the dirt from him sliding across it with how heavy he is and everything. And he just
Alright, good, he's alive.
Bro, this is gonna be fun!
And he gets up. While he's getting up though. Oh my gosh. Jed, while he is getting up after you do your attack, you are actually attacked from behind. You're attacked from behind. Let me make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Yeah. Sure, why not? All right. You're attacked behind, and it is by the Daredevil. He comes up behind you with his dagger that he had that he pierced himself with earlier. And he rolls. Let me see. 15 does not hit, right?
It barely hits.
Oh, so it does though. Okay.
Tie goes to the runner.
Okay, so yeah, he comes up behind, which I guess because he sneaked up on you, I guess probably.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How long has it been since I casted Detect Magic?
How long has it been since you not very long. Not very long. Yeah.
20, 30, like a minute.
Yeah, okay. It lasts for 10 minutes, and it is concentration. So when I was hit, I would need to do a concentration roll. But I only took 8 damage, so the DC would be 10, and I rolled 15. So
okay.
I still have Detect Magic up. So I was wondering if I could see, now that I'm closer, what exactly is making this man invincible.
So you are detecting that he is only half of the whole reason he's able to do what he can do. I know that doesn't make sense. But there's something here not on his person, something else that is keeping him the way he is.
Can I get a direction or distance or?
No. No.
Okay.
But I have faith in you, detective. You're gonna do all right. Shoot, I still got to roll damage for Matthew.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, I need to actually do this the right way. And his dagger does 6 damage to you in your shoulder.
Okay.
He does that. And that actually brings us to Ben.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna keep running to the water. How far am I from that?
You're about 10 feet away.
Yeah, right. I'll try to, if it's a small thing of water, I'll try to pick her up out of it. If it's a big thing, I'll like try to like what how big is this?
It's kind of an awkward shape in my head as far as like it's not big deep, it's just like very round. It's maybe got like 3 feet of water in it. It's like a kiddie pool, just about like 4 feet deep type thing.
So I can easily get inside of it and.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'll get inside of it and immediately just try to pull off the necklace if I can.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. I don't even think I need to have you roll for anything for that. So you're just gonna yank the necklace off?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I mean, yeah, you do it. You just rip it off, and when that happens, Dahlia just. What's going on? What's going on? Where am I?
I believe you've been kidnapped. I'm not sure what happened, but we're trying to save you.
What are those? And she points back, and when you turn around, you see a little group of clowns starting to hop towards you guys. Not a sound coming from their smiley faces, but they're heading right for you. And they're just walking up. They got little pins in their hands. They're gonna whack you with them. But she does stand up, and she gets herself out of the pool, and she actually starts climbing up the ladder a little bit just to gain some distance from all the danger and everything.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, so that happened. Clown. A clown.
Is that the only thing you get to do?
What's that? Oh no!
Is that the only thing you get to do?
I'm sorry, I got so caught up. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead and do it. Everything else.
How far away am I from the person who just attacked Jed?
Oh, the Daredevil?
Yeah.
He would be. Let's see. Over here. Let's see. Maybe about 15 or 20 feet.
All right. So I can easily make it to him if I want to attack.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would do. One second, I gotta do something.
You're good. While you are prepping and everything, as the clowns are approaching, you're both noticing that they walk kind of like apes, kind of sorta. Like when an ape walks on its hind legs and they're not quite doing it right. Some of them limp a little bit. They're moving unnaturally. Still not making any noise except from just their feet on the ground.
Would my detect magic see anything there?
No.
Nope.
No. No detect magic there. However, as you are seeking these things out, Dahlia, being a mystical being herself and knowing the ways of magic and stuff like that, she calls out to you, Daniel, and she goes, "My friend, if you want to defeat the Daredevil, you have to go backstage. There's a box, and he protects it with his life. There must be something in there. His weakness, perhaps. But you have to hurry. It's the only thing."
So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna, on the Daredevil, I'm gonna cast the spell Command, and I'm gonna say the one word, flee.
Flee.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And that's just go for it.
Yep. I'm going to. What's that? It's gonna have to roll wisdom saving.
Is it wisdom? I think it's a wisdom.
Okay. Let me make sure I got my right.
Here, real quick. One word commanding creature. It's a wisdom saving throw against your whatever your spell save is.
I believe that's a spell DC of 13. Yeah.
So I got to be a 13.
You gotta beat a 13. Yeah.
17.
Shucks. Alright.
Whenever you do that, he holds his head for a second. He just goes, "Oh, nice try, but I don't think so." And he pulls out 2 railroad spikes from his pockets that he just has on him from the show and everything, and starts charging towards you. Let's see. There was those ones. Was that your third action?
I think it was my second action, but for my third action, I'm going to use my just a simple thing. I'm gonna. What section? Sorry, give me a second.
You're good. Yeah, I know.
Here's what I'll do. I can't cast that. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna simply
poop your pants.
Just lay on hands myself, healing myself for the 8 damage I took.
Okay, that's fair. I gotcha.
And I'm going to say to Jen, I'll stall these guys. Find the box as I draw my greatsword.
Cool. Very good. So while that is happening, both Daniel and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting.
Actually.
Yeah.
I was just saying. I'm actually not gonna draw my greatsword. I'm actually gonna pull out my shield and my mace from my.
Gotcha.
I'm specifically doing that because the shield raises by AC, and I'm supposed to be stalling.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's fine. So while you're doing that, there are 2 attacks being made, one on each of you from a little clown. Let me see. And let me see anything to add to that. No, not Daniel. Jed. I'm assuming a 9 does not hit you, correct?
No.
Okay, so yeah, one of the clowns walks up to you, and he just grabs onto your shirt. He's so small. He's like waist height on you. He's like practically a child, and he's like grabbing your shirt and like doing that kind of thing. He's trying, making weird gurgling noises and stuff like that. And you can see like his mask is like kind of wonky. It's kind of like slipping off almost. It's not on there very well. The other one approaches you, Daniel, and it attacks with a 17.
That is a miss.
As a miss, all right. And kind of the same situation there. He goes for your leg and starts just trying to like scratch it and stuff, but you're a tall, brawny dude. You just kind of shove him off and kick him back a little bit. Orog is charging. He's charging right for you guys. And let's see, he will go for, well, he would go for Daniel, I do believe, yeah. Let's see. You said a 17 does not hit, right?
17 does not hit, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So he charges. He's trying to like ram you with his shoulder, and he misses the first time, rolls out of it, and tries throwing a rock back for his multi-attack. The rock, however, is zips by your head and actually hits one of the clowns and kills it. Just when the clown gets kicked back and it gets hit in the face by the rock, its mask goes flying off. This is not just a clown. These are the same type of creature you encountered in the hospice. Dressed up as little clowns, made to serve, trained as animals. Knocked back, and this one is dead now. That was Orog's turn. Matthew, we're to you.
Okay. So, the Daredevil has 2 railroad spikes in his hand, correct?
Yes.
All right, so...
Question, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I was about to say, I hear the find the box thing, and I would assume I heard what the princess said as well, so I would hope to deduce maybe the reason he's not getting hurt is this box that's backstage. So I'm going to look at him, I'm going to cast heat metal on both of the railroad ties that he's holding at 2nd level. So what that does is choose a manufactured metal object such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy armor, something metal. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire. It's going to take 3d8 because I did it at 2nd level. And then he has to take a Constitution saving throw or drop the. He has to drop it. Both ties. So yeah, let me roll the damage.
Okay.
He takes the damage regardless if he's holding it. 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he takes 14 damage. And then if he passes, I think it was a 17 con save, then he can hold them still.
He did not pass. So they heat up in his hands. He goes,
and the point, and then after that, it was just a distraction to get past him because he was between me and backstage. I'm going to draw my sword and keep it trained. I'm going to draw and run, basically. You shouldn't run with a sword in your hand, but I mean, hey, you know, what can you do? And I'm going to...
I won't tell your mom. It's okay.
I'll run. I'll try to get as close as I can in this action to backstage.
Okay. So you got about...
and I'll slap him too while I'm running by to see if I can't get him to chase me.
Well, you'll slap
to
what?
take him out of the fight. I'll slap him with the sword, with the flat of the blade, like in the back of the head or something, just to get his attention.
Just to antagonize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that. I trust me. I'm like I said, like I told you, I'll take on all of these guys. You find the box and then join back in the fight later.
I got you. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Cool. So, Darlo the Daredevil.
Kind of like my next turn, I'm going to do something to make sure they don't follow you. So.
Okay.
He's going to fart really loud, and they're all going,
ew. So Matthew, you do that. You slap him with the sword. You start taking off. Now you have some ground to cover as you guys are still towards the beginning, almost middle of the ring. It's a big ring, but you're taking off, and Darlo turns around and starts taking off after you. From his coat, he takes out another Spike, because he has these all over. One of the posters actually had him fully impaled through his whole body, so that's probably what that was for. He pulls out one and he chucks it at you. Misses entirely. Yes. So yeah, you missed. The nail goes flying past you, and you are okay. Ben, we're back to you.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna try to walk over and stand in a specific spot to where all the enemies are within 30 feet of me. Can I do that?
Where all enemies are within 30 feet of you?
It's okay if the clowns aren't. They're probably gonna fight me anyways. But
right now you could get you could get yourself. You could get Orog. I think. Matthew's out of the way. I think that Darlo might be in range still. He's heading out of your range, but he's there. And then you got like 2 or 3 more clowns in there. But I'll say that Darlo. I'll say Darlo is barely within range, but yes.
So I can get Darlo, Strongman, and the clowns all in this, right?
Yeah, not all the clowns, but
that's
like
perfect.
3 of them. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use my what's it called? My what's this called? I can't. What is this? Oh, my Channel Divinity, and just like bang my chest. Fight me! Or are you afraid? And use my ability called Champion's Challenge. As a bonus action, you may issue a challenge that compels all other creatures to do battle with you. Each creature of your choice, which you can see within 30 feet, must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't willingly move more than 30 feet away from you. Whoops.
Wow. Okay.
This effect ends on the creature if you are incapacitated or die. And the creature or if the creature moves more than 30 feet away from you. So, like if they're pulled out of the range, then the thing will end. But they can't willingly walk away from me past 30 feet. So I want to make all of them within range do a Wisdom saving throw. I'm pretty sure it's also a 13, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get everyone.
Okay, so I know that clown failed. I know Orog failed. Okay, Darlo did not fail, but the what did I say? 2, 3 clowns? I'll say 2 clowns and Orog. They accept your challenge.
All right.
And they all face you. Darlo is still after Jed. Was that your last turn, or do you have anything left?
That was the first thing I did.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay.
All right. I can't walk away from them, so I'm gonna have to keep fighting. All right. So I'm gonna walk up to just like one of the clowns and just try to swipe at it with my mace.
Yeah. Absolutely. Go for it.
Where's I lost my dice. Give me a second. All right, so does a 22 hit?
That it does.
And that'll be 5 bludgeoning damage to the guy.
Okay, and that was to the clown, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Very nice. And you said that was 5 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Tell me what you do, man. You got it. You got him. You hit him. He's not dead. He's significantly weaker, but you whacked him real good.
Yeah. Just like walk up to him, just
claw him.
And he's like standing right in front of me, just whack him across the face, probably like breaking off the mask.
Yep. I would say these are porcelain masks, so that one just shatters off of him. He's like, and
I'll just like sort of like snarl at him, trying to make him run away. Feeling bad for these quote-unquote kids.
Now, so do you? If you're growling at them to intimidate them, is an intimidation check going to be your last action, or are you just kind of like role playing?
I don't really think I can do anything else. So, yeah, it's probably be best to yeah, I'll do the intimidation thing right now. Actually, wait, is this one of the things I compelled to do? One of the clowns I compelled to duel?
One of the clowns you.
I just did the whole entire duel thing. Mm-hmm. Is it one of the clowns I was affected by?
Yeah.
What happened if he's both afraid and can't move? Man, he's just stuck in limbo because if I actually make him afraid,
he just stands there like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Like he can't run away past 30 feet because of the duel, but he can't get closer to me because he's afraid. That's a funny limbo, actually. Yeah. Okay, I'll roll for intimidation.
Okay.
Ooh, it's bad. 13.
Nah, he don't mind you none. He's mad. You growl at him and he just goes right back at you. He just doesn't care.
That's my turn.
Okay, all right. So after that happens, that same clown, it will hop on back at you with a 18.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right, because he jumps right at you, and I said you just want to say like he dodged out of the way or something.
I imagine I'll just like block it with my shield.
Yeah, you got your shield. You got your shield.
Yeah, I'm just like he's like hanging onto the shield as I like throw him off, I guess.
That works. So yeah, you throw him off your shield, and he kind of rolls away, but then he starts getting his way back. When this happens, you all, including Jed, as you're running back, you all hear a voice, but it is specifically to you, Daniel. You just hear a voice saying,
"Well, I love games. How much are they mine?"
And the ringmaster is standing atop the highest point on top of the ladder where Dahlia was earlier. He takes his magic wand and he whips it around. The floor begins to vibrate with some magic spell that he's doing. What you can't quite tell because you detected magic earlier and there was nothing there, but this could be more so a play of just optical illusion or mechanics, that kind of thing. There's no magic that feels real, but it looks very real. The floor starts to vibrate.
Just Carney magic.
Yeah, exactly. It is. He's a magician. He's just a magician. The floor begins to vibrate, and up through the dirt, you start seeing a graph that's shaping out like borders of large rectangles, and suddenly they flip upward, the dirt falling off, and they're perfectly clean mirrors. And you just see them go, and before you know it, you are surrounded by a hall, a maze of mirrors.
Cool.
You hear the laughter of the magician going through the dark mirror cave.
"Well, you could call this hide and seek. You could just call it playing with your food. Regardless, I invite you to come and find me. It's been a while since I've had a good challenger."
Yes. And you see him walk out right in front of you. He goes,
"Think of your next move wisely. I know I will."
But we're back to Orog. He's currently wandering around the maze of mirrors himself now. He himself does not have a good way around it, so he is just going to use this turn as a maneuver, and we're going to move back over to Matthew. You are outside of the maze of mirrors, and at this time you are, I'm just going to go ahead and say you're through the entrance to the back, the dressing rooms and the storage of the carnival of the circus tent. You go back and you're immediately met with a lot of costumes and barrels, buckets, some large closets that perhaps are used for storage. Some might be for food. You never really know. The carnies have a lot of stuff back there. There are also swords and knives and a giant saw, all back there. You hear Darlow is getting closer, but before he enters, you got in there first. What do you do?
Yeah, so as soon as I get in, I'm going to see if I can get a visual. This guy's really full of himself. He's going to have an area where he stays that's very much personally him. I'm gonna see if I can't look around in the room really fast and see if I can't just to get a quick lock on this box.
You can. You know what? Let's just. I'm trying to decide if I want to have you roll because I don't even know if it's necessary. We could just have you do like an investigation check. I don't know. Would that does that sound weird to you?
No, that makes sense. Normal. He's trying to find a place and also an item. So
I got you.
Shit, investigation.
Yeah,
18.
Investigation. Yeah, sorry.
18.
18. Okay, cool. So yeah, you go in there, and while you're initially in like the main storage area that's kind of surrounded by stuff, to your left there's a hallway, and in the hallway are the dressing rooms, and they each have a different sign on them. And do you wish to go down the hallway as well?
Yeah, I'll try to if there's anything to put in the way of the path, I'll throw crap down as I'm passing it by. Like as you're walking by, you can toss it down as you run it. I'm looking for the names on the door for this. Yeah,
you can do that. There's actually like a small wardrobe that's at the entrance of the hallway that's just to the side of it that you pull down with no problem. It just falls down there, and some weapons and knives and stuff just kind of fall out of it. As you're going down the hallway, you see the different doors. The one closest to you says strong man. One says ringleader. One says clown. One says wolf boy. One says witch, and the one at the very end says daredevil.
Okay. So if that's his, I'm gonna kick the door open and go and see if I can't find this thing to hurt him.
You want to go in the daredevil one?
Yeah. If that's, I believe that's his. So yes, I think Jed would kick the door down and try to go in there.
Do a strength check against the door. I'll see how your kicking skills are, my man.
Oh no. I got an 8.
You got an 8?
I got an 8.
You wind back to kick the door, and nothing happens, and you fall on your butt. At this point, you hear laughing right behind you as Darlow steps over the wardrobe and begins approaching. Did you even think to try the handle? Or is that just out of your realm of thinking?
And then I'll stand up like this. Like I'll stand up and I'll reach over at the door and I'll try to turn the handle. Like while making eye contact, I'll be like,
at this time, he throws a spike at you. So was that like your last action, I think?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so you moved in there, you moved the wardrobe down the hall, open a door.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, he throws a knife at you. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, just barely.
Okay. Throws the yeah, he throws the railroad spike at you with a vengeance and deals 5 damage to you, hitting you in the buttocks.
All right.
All right, so there's that. We're back to Ben in the maze of mirrors. In front of you is a singular image of the magician, and he's walking towards you slowly. Very calm, very, there's a lot going on in that mind of his. In fact, as he gets closer, you realize someone else is approaching from this way and from this way. And as they come into the light, no. They're all the magician. The mirrors are playing tricks with your mind, my friend. So what I'm going to have you do is while in the Hall of Mirrors, when you make an attack, you will also be tasked with choosing a number, 1 through 3. 2 of the images you may see will be reflections only, and only 1 will be the true magician. He's not very strong, but he is very smart and plays dirty. But this is your turn, so what would you like to do as you are approached by these 3 images of the magician? Oh my gosh.
Those do have. Oh, it's the same one. Yeah. Okay. I know those clowns and the guy has to be within 30 feet of me, so that's gonna have to be a problem later. Don't really have any range things, so. How far away are all the images?
15 feet.
15. So what I'll do is I'll actually put my shield back on my back and throw the axe at one of the images.
All right. Image 1, image 2, or image 3. And go ahead and roll the attack for it.
Image 2.
Roll your attack.
That would be a 21 to hit.
20. Woo, mercy. And you said you're throwing an axe at him?
Yep.
You wind back and you chuck your axe at the centermost that you see, and the axe approaches and strikes his chest, and when it does, shatters. Not so good at guessing now, are you? He laughs as he marches around in the Hall of Mirrors. Now, that was your first action. So, what else would you like to do? Now, you are, you can go forward, you can go back, you can go left, you can go right. There's a lot of segments and broken up parts of this Hall of Mirrors. So, yeah. Right now, movement is not going to do its
I'm gonna draw my greatsword and just just follow one of the images, but just start smashing mirrors as I keep walking.
Okay, I got you. So did you want to like try to attack another? No, you can't do another attack. That's your own attack. Okay, so you're just going to be destroying mirrors as you pass.
Just like slowly walking towards it. Like if it's him, he'll be terrified. If it's not him, he's gonna laugh at me. But either way, I'm smashing mirrors as I walk.
It'd be funny if you just smash mirrors and like you're like, psh, psh, bop. Oh, that's him. There he is.
Ow! You know what? There's a Key and Peele video I need to send to you guys after this because it takes place in a Hall of Mirrors and there's like a murderer. It's really funny. It's really, really funny. So anyway, okay, so yeah, you're destroying the mirrors as you go through.
Yep.
And the magician at this time, he goes ahead and you hear a whoosh. And you're like, what is that? You hear another one. Ooh, let's see. Oh man, a 13 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
No, sir. A playing card, made of metal, whips past your head, shattering one of the mirrors behind you, thrown by the magician. Oh, gotta get better at my aim, I do suppose. Well, allow me to go and warm up a bit more, but I have some friends in here that'll keep you busy for a while. And his images just disappear for a moment, and you are once again alone in the Hall of Mirrors. At this time, you can hear Orog. He's stomping around in there, and you hear mirrors breaking, and you can tell he's getting closer. He's not yet on you, though. Matthew, we're back to you. You have a spike in your butt, and you are at the now open door of the Daredevil's dressing room.
How far away is he from me?
He's just down the hall about...
Probably 30 feet. If you're talking about your hallway, I know your hallway. It's about 30 feet.
I was gonna say he's down the hall. Yeah. I love how you knew. I love how you knew what I was doing. You're like, he's using references.
He's using real life things.
Yeah.
I know I can't hurt this guy if I don't have a way to like stop him. He could totally not have it in here, but I'm gonna I was still making eye contact with him. I'm just gonna kind of like go into the room. I'm just gonna go into the room.
As your head is just getting past the last end of the door frame, you see his eyes light up and he realizes where you are. He starts running after you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and slam the door shut and try to like block it any way I can.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And he starts pounding on the door.
And then I'm going to look as fast as I can for this thing in a box that he's hiding, if I can find it.
Do another investigation check for me.
16.
Okay. You're looking around the room, and immediately you just see his countertop where he puts on his makeup. You have a collection of knives and swords. You have some clothing on a rack. There's a wardrobe that's open and looks like socks and other things have been pulled out of it. At the top of the wardrobe, there's a box, though, and it has chains wrapped around it. And you think that looks that looks like something he would be protecting. So yeah, there's a box up there with a chain wrapped around it.
I'll slide a hand it open.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
21.
You got it. Now, when you're sleight of handing it open, is that like you're undoing the lock, like lock picking?
I got a pin. I'm lock picking.
Okay, cool. You get the lock open. The chains collapse around it. He, from outside the door, hears the chains, and he's pounding on that door. He's getting his spikes, and he's starting to rip into the door. It's like, here's Johnny, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Like, he's going crazy. Like any showmanship, professionalism that he had before is gone. He's ravenous right now. Get away from that box! He's reaching through at you. When you open the box, inside of it, about 3 feet long, is a tattered and torn ventriloquist dummy. It has burns, it has cuts, it has gouges, eyes missing, teeth missing, hair burnt to a crisp. It's just been destroyed. It's like you could barely tell what it is. The one thing that you can see that is kind of interesting is that it appears that it is dressed and fashioned to look like Darlo, the Daredevil. Same face shape from what you can tell, same body shape. In fact, as you're examining his body, the hands of the dummy that are, little wooden puppet boy hands, the insides of them are freshly burned. They're still smoking.
It's a reverse voodoo doll. What the fuck? Oh man. Okay. So
how many turns you got left?
Like one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my sword at this thing's throat, ready to decapitate it, and I'm going to stare at the door and wait for dialogue, basically.
He sees you with the sword over the dummy's head, over the dummy's neck, and he pauses and he goes, please, I'm afraid. Okay. I'm afraid of death like anyone else here. I didn't ask to live forever. Do you know what that's like? Because I don't think you do. Just let me go.
I'll whip my sword up. So it was in a down motion. I'll whip my sword up, and I'll put it on my shoulder, and I'll be like, I know there's turmoil out, and we did not come to kill you. We did not. I do not want to do this whatsoever.
Put the sword down and walk away. That's all I ask. Just put it down.
Can you do the same?
The magician won't let us leave. Even if I let you free, I won't be.
Unless he's gone.
Unless he's gone, yes.
So, can I... First, I'm going to insight that really quick, if you'll let me.
Go for it. Go for it.
So, I got a 15.
You got a 15?
Yeah.
So being from a high-end family, as you are, like, mid-class to high-end, you've gone to a lot of shows. You've seen a lot of performances. You've seen some great actors. And you are not quite sure. If he is acting, he's very good at it.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't want to kill him. Ooh, I feel bad in my insides. Can we take a hold on? I want to believe him. You know what I mean? But
Listen,
I
you're on your own on this one. I'm not there.
Well, I'm thinking to myself. I think.
Yeah. Well, while you're sitting there contemplating, Darlow's turn would be now. Although now, seeing how vulnerable he is, he releases the door, and just from the crack that you see in it, you see him stumble back and just put his back against the wall and slide down. And he just holds his head in his hands. And he just says, do whatever you want to do. That's all anyone ever does around here. I won't stop you. With that being said,
I have an idea, but go.
Okay. Ben.
Yep. All right. Yes,
you're in the maze of mirrors.
Yep.
You're wandering. You're smashing the mirrors as you go along. As you're smashing the mirrors, you hear the crunch, crunch, crunch of something approaching behind you, and you turn as a little clown child is creeping up behind you, a shard of glass in its hand. It's actually cut its hand. There is a little bit of blood dripping, but it doesn't care. It's feral. It's wild. It just wants to hurt you. At the same time, however, you start seeing the reflection, two reflections of Orog.
I'm gonna find you, you little slug.
He's marching through, and you just see two images of him getting slowly closer and closer. What do you do?
So he doesn't see me?
Orog?
Yeah.
He knows you're close. I mean, he sees your reflection the same way you see his, but he doesn't know which direction you're in. Not yet.
All right. Is this the same one? Is that child the same one I just maced in the face?
Yes.
All right. It's another multiple clowns. Okay, so that thing's almost dead. That's gonna be a gamble if I go there. All right. Yeah. Music. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'll choose one of the reflections to charge at.
Okay. Awesome. So let me What am I doing? So you're gonna attack one of Orog's reflections?
Yep. Assuming one, like, it's the same thing as last time, and one of them are actually him.
Yep, you got a 50-50 chance, my friend. So go ahead and roll your attack as you would, and then just let me know. Image 1 or image 2?
I would do image 1, and that's a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. And what are you attacking with, by the way? Your sword?
My great sword, yep.
Your great sword. You go to attack the image in front of you. You wind up, and you go forward. And right when you are about to hear the glass break,
that kind of hurt.
he catches your sword. No damage is taken.
All right. Okay. Oh, 1 second. All right, so like as I'm sure that we're like standing there like almost face to face. He might be taller than me, but I'll just like stare straight in his eyes and be like, "You might think I'm trapped in here with you guys, but I'm gonna use Flagratory to like turn my eyes like bright red, and use both my actions actually also make my actually I think I can do 2 things with Flagratory, but I'm just gonna make my voice booming and turn my eyes like bright red. It's like you are trapped in here with me, and that will be
nice. So you're doing an intimidation against me.
It will be intimidation, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got.
That is going to be a 24.
A 24 for intimidation?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Oh, shit.
I got a 19 on dice and I got a +5 to intimidation, so.
That's awesome.
He's holding the blade in his hand. He gets right up on your face. He gets right up there. He goes,
"Well, you know I've seen a lot of weird things in this field. Something's not right with you, though. Get out of here."
Starts walking back down the mirrored hallway to rethink his plan a little bit.
I do want to say he physically
like,
can't walk away without 30 feet away from me. So he can't walk away too far because of the challenge thing, and I can't. I would dispel that if I could, but I can't. So
no, yeah, that's fine. We'll just say he backs away. He just backs away a little bit. Yeah. He backs away and is like,
aren't those little clowns real annoying? I think you ought to take care of one of them. Right? Yep. Let's yeah. Hey, boss, where are you? I think it's time for my break.
yeah, that's my turn.
okay, all right. So that was the last turn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
How much?
The clown, however, is not so kind. It decides to jump after you with a. Oopsies. No, I need to reroll that. I'm sorry. Okay. 19.
That hits.
So as you're distracted by Orog, the little clown child jumps up on your back with 19, and he attacks you. Let me see. Holy cow! Okay, hold on. Ooh, is that right? Yeah. Okay. 8 damage as he sinks the shard of glass into the back of your, like almost like the base of your neck at the top of your back, and he just stabs it in, and he's like really wriggling it in there.
All right.
Let's see. That was the clown. Okay. Okay. Cool. While you're in there, you have a clown on your back. From somewhere outside the maze of mirrors, both Ben and Daniel can hear the magician Marty saying, "What?"
Sorry, you said both Ben and Daniel. Like those are both me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Jed and Daniel. I knew I said something
sorry.
wrong. It just didn't click. I've been having trouble with names tonight. Both Jed and Daniel from your separate locations hear the loud voice of the ringmaster, the magician, saying,
Well, when you boys are done playing, I have a feeling that your little witch friend out here will probably like some assistance. That's up to you. But keep playing in my funhouse. It is a great time.
Matthew, your sword is over the dummy.
Okay, so in a quick cinch, he's gonna think about this. I don't want to kill this guy. I'm not just gonna kill someone. We didn't come in here to kill these guys. We came in here to save someone and get the heck out. Now we know who the bad guy is, or personally I do. This is everything I thought in a split second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wax from the candles I have, just 2 pieces, and I'm going to cover the eyes of the puppet.
Very interesting.
And
When
so, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, is it? When you do that, Darlow outside in the hallway, his face is. What did you do? What did you do? What
And
can't I see?
I will say calm. I said, for now, I can't trust you. I will trust you soon. I will save you from this. I have temporarily blinded you. I will stop the ringmaster. I will free your eyes, and you will go in peace. Does that sound fair?
Fair. Well, who's to say you're not just going to leave me here blind as a beggar?
On my word. And I will, I'm serious. I will try to get out. And if he attacks me, I'll just attack him. I'll hand him. I have a chess piece. It's a crystal chess piece in my possession. It was, and I'll tell him this was my father's. I would never leave this anywhere, and I will not abandon it anywhere on my father's name. And I will, and from the promise of a I was about to say old bard, but not really. I'm not that old. I'll hand him this chess piece. Like I'll grab his hand, put it in his hand, and say, "I will retrieve this from you, and you will get your sight back, and we will move along." Okay.
And he reaches. He feels the hole in the door. So, like, are you reaching through to like give him the?
Yeah, I'm reaching through to give him the chess piece.
Oh, I thought you were gonna open the door. Okay.
I was going to open the door, but if it's not enough time, because we're still in combat action wise, I'll reach through.
Okay, all right. And he feels around for it, and his hand meets yours, and he takes it for a second, and he just says, "For whatever this counts, I can tell you're a good man. And I hate good men." And he pulls out a stake to stab into your arm.
Okay. Can I cast Thunderwave?
So I kind of messed myself up a little bit because I already rolled for him, and so I was like, oh, but it's not really his turn though. I didn't know if that was because it's like kind of a surprise attack.
Well, we can roleplay this. It would definitely be a disadvantage because he's blinded.
True, that is true. Wow,
but
that's a good
him
observation.
Touching me, I would logically we can logically play this out. He's got his hand on me. He knows where kind of knows where my arm is. So it's just a straight roll at that point.
That's fair. That's fair.
It would cancel out the disadvantage. So he's got disadvantage because he's blind, but he's got his hand on me. He's trying to stab me in the arm. So it's
sure, I can see. I can see that. Yeah, sure. If we want to do it that way.
I would personally, as the character, be like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like he's got a hand on me, so
Yeah.
but he doesn't know that I'm just gonna blow him to smithereens in about 2 seconds because the puppet's within 15 feet of me. So
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a DC.
So I rolled him again with disadvantage, and he got a nat 20.
Ah,
Yes.
what was the other roll?
The stake, 8 damage as the stake pierces into your arm, and I would assume you'd probably drop the diamond or the gem or whatever it is.
It's a chess piece, yeah.
Chess piece, yeah. So he stabs it in. He just goes,
I hate good men.
Now I know that kind of interrupted your turns a little bit, so I mean, by all means, if you want to attack,
we could call that. He didn't really do anything his last turn. We can call it. He held his action to attack. So
that's
yes.
fine. That's
once he was in range, his action. So it would still be Jed's turn. Yeah.
I should have said if he attacks me, I should have readied an action. I had it in mind, but I'm dumb and I should have said it. That's why.
I know. I should have said the same things, or I should have noted the same thing at least in my head.
Yep.
And I didn't.
So since I'm technically, I know that I'm attacking the puppet. I know what I was thinking in my head. He's blind. Do you want to? Does the puppet get a DC save on this?
No, the puppet does not get a DC save.
So it's going to take whatever I throw at it, basically.
It's going to take damage. Yep.
Okay. So let's do the deed. 6 and 8. So 8 damage total, and the puppet gets thrown back. He can take, or he needs to roll himself. It's confusing.
I know it is.
But he needs to roll a DC 17 save, or he gets thrown back 10 feet.
Okay, so due to the particular rules of this type of magic that we're working with, all I'm going to do is whatever you do to the dummy, the effect will happen to the dummy. The damage will go to him. So you said you did how much damage?
8. It was only 8.
Okay. And then what type of attack was that? Like what did you do?
It's Thunderwave, right?
It's Thunderwave, so it would be lightning damage.
Thunder
damage.
So, yeah. So you Thunderwave the dummy, and it bursts out of its box and tumbles back onto the ground and collapses, and he pulls away from you and it just goes, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. He's mad. So there's that.
He's mad. He's mad.
Yes. All right. With that, now did you have another action, or was that your last one? I think you have one.
I think it would make sense.
I can make my movement back to the puppet to continue to wail on this mofo with my sword. So
yeah, fair. With the heat that came from your last attack, the wax that was on his eyes did melt off. So he's back at the door. He can see you, and he's, trying to break in again. And this time he's fueled by a lot of pain. All right.
Something he probably hasn't felt in a long time.
Yes. With that, he keeps breaking in and starts reaching for the door, and he sees that you're approaching the dummy again. So he throws another spike through. 15?
Yeah, it's
hits. Okay, so he hits with a 15. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. Golly. 8 damage.
God, that was a constant.
Yeah, I know. It's been a lot of 8s. And there's it's just getting hit with a spike again, but he's throwing it. He's a good shot. He's been doing this for years. So yeah, he does that. He throws that, and he starts feeling around for the handle and starts jimmying the lock a little bit. He's starting to mess with the lock and clicks it. He clicks the lock and reaches the handle, and that's where I'll end his turn. Ben, we're back to you. And the clown is still on your back. He's wiggling the glass around in your back. And Orog takes this as an opportunity to get a little bit of courage back in him. So he starts approaching you again, but it is your turn. So Orog is approaching, and the clown is on your back.
I'll just like grab the clown, and just throw him onto the ground.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So
and,
you throw him onto the ground and
I just take my great sword and be like, everybody gets one, and I'll stab him.
Nice. I like that. Like, everybody gets one. Awesome. All right, yeah. Roll your attack for him.
I'd be so upset if this misses. No. That's gonna be a 9. No, sorry, 8.
8.
Yep.
That's
Question:
not...
Would he be prone if I threw him to the ground? Is he prone?
You know, that would make sense to me. What does that mean exactly?
I would. Prone is a thing where they're like on the ground, so they can't really move that much. So any attack on them would have advantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you throw him on the ground. He's on his back. He's flailing around.
Right.
Yeah, you go with the sword. So yeah, you can roll for that with advantage.
That would be an 11. So not much better.
Misses.
Oh.
Misses. As you were going, because are you stabbing with your sword or are you swinging down?
I imagine I'd be swinging, yeah.
You're swinging. As you're swinging down, you misjudge the ceiling of the glass, you know, the hall. And so the sword just breaks that and glass falls down around you guys. It does let some natural lighting back into the hall to the hall, however, though. But yeah, the glass falls all over the place, and from where you are, after catching yourself, you actually can see the magician on top of the board with Dahlia with his whip around her neck while she stands at the end. Okay, cool. So that was your first one. No, yeah, first one, second one.
Be my second action. I would imagine it would be
Okay, so yeah, that was your second.
How tall is the ceiling?
Like inside the hall, or like
inside
now that the ceiling is broken? Oh, inside the hall, it's like 5 feet tall. Like from your head. I mean, not like total, but like it's about I'll say from the top of your head, it's about 4 or 5 feet.
Can I attempt to climb out of the mirror hole?
Yeah, you're good. You can. How would I do that? You know what? Yeah. You can attempt to. I don't know what a good check for that would be.
Athletics, I would guess.
Okay. All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll do athletics. Yeah. Just go for it. Just do an athletics check.
What are these roll? That's a 5.
Jeez. So when you go up to put your hands at the edges to try to pull yourself up, the glass just around your hands just breaks entirely, actually creating an opening, an opening to the outer area. But you do take 1 HP of cutting damage to your hands because of the glass.
All right.
Let's see. Now, and you know what? While Matthew is away, I'm going to go to the bathroom as well. I'm not sure if that's what he did.
I was also going to go to the bathroom, actually. Yep. All right.
Let's do that. Potty break. Be right back.
almost dead, by the way.
Oh, you're almost dead.
I'm not worried.
I'll tell you what, this battle has been decent. It's as far as the difficulty, I think it's actually gone really well.
Yeah, no pushover.
Mm-mm. While you were gone, Ben took that opening in the ceiling and used it as an opportunity to try to climb out of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
He went to do so and broke the mirrors on the sides on accident and cut his hand, but he did actually make an opening. So I mean, he's out. He's out now. Like, he's not out yet, but he will be by the time he gets back. So
okay,
that's where we are with you.
Do we have any? We didn't have any. I don't remember if we have any healing.
Any what?
How much did food heal us?
I think it depended on what kind of food. Let me let's see. What you got on you?
I have like a few rations and a hearty ration left.
Okay. Man, if I was a good DM, I would have noted these.
No, you're good. Don't even.
I think a standard ration is 1 HP. And then a hearty would probably just be 2. Like, I mean,
Okay.
that doesn't make sense to me.
That makes sense.
Because a lot of my food items and stuff like that, a lot of them are like 1 HP or a half an HP or something like that. So
okay, all right,
yeah, but
dope. Just trying to make sure.
See you like my reverse voodoo doll?
Yeah, dude, you were like, he's got all this damage and he's got brand new damage where the heat was, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cool as fuck, man.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna like make you figure out more for yourself at that point, but I was just kind of like, there's still plenty of combat to be had. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
That we will. I'm so excited for you in learning the significance of your personal motive or your personal quest. I'm excited. And I feel like by the end of everything that it will be something you never forget. Seriously, I seriously like
it's already something I can't forget, dude. It's already awesome. So.
Yeah. Nah, like this past week, which is crazy because I've been really busy this past week. But this past week, like I think it's this past Friday, I was just like hanging out. I think I was dog sitting actually. I was sitting there and I listened to my D&D music like playlist that I have on Spotify, and I listened to that and I just I let the songs give me feelings, and then I just kind of okay, I'm like, if this is the soundtrack for my campaign, what moment does this belong to? And bro, I found the song. And I'm so happy that I found it, and I'm excited for you to find it, because guarantee you ain't just gonna find it on your own. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm
excited,
man. I got so much in store for you guys. I'm psyched.
Can I ask for I know her name. Why don't I know her name? What's her name? Her personal mission. She did it in like the first
session. oh, McKenna?
Yeah, McKenna.
Okay, so that was kind of a red herring a little bit. Her personal objective
Yeah.
Her personal objective was right after the captain was killed to say objective complete, in hopes at the time that perhaps one of you might suspect that she killed the captain.
Oh.
She didn't, but you know.
That's funny.
But yeah,
I was like, because when she said it, I was like,
it was supposed to be like, what?
like,
So
what the fuck?
but
You made her objective. Make friends with my friends. Okay. Have fun.
basically,
I
yeah.
was like, what? What?
Man, she still texts me and stuff like that. It's it's a lot.
Is everything
I got
okay?
yeah, everything's all right. I mean, it's been a lot harder for her and everything like that. I mean, you already know about my situation and where I am and everything, and obviously like I'm the one that initiated it, so I had more mental and emotional prep time for it.
Yeah.
Like it's not something you decide overnight. That's like, it's a process. When you're
Yeah.
really like, do I want to do this? It's a process. So yeah, I mean, she definitely taking it harder, but she's staying busy. She's working. She got her driver's license. Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah, she got her license. I think she has a job or two jobs now.
Dope.
So yeah. She's I got nothing bad to say about her. She's an awesome girl. Was a great girlfriend and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, just
No, she's
as
super cool. She friended me on Facebook and then followed me on Instagram and too. So I followed her back, and I was
yeah.
so close to being like, you should still come play, but then I was like, it's none of my business. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Well, and one of these days, because like I still have her contact and everything. Like one of these days, I would love to have her back. I really would, but that's just not going
Yeah.
to be something. It's just going to be another process, because her and I, we went straight from strangers to dating pretty much. Like we never had a friend era.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a project, but I would love for her to be able to come back and have it be
Yeah.
comfortable for
She
everyone.
was really good at playing D&D.
And she loved it too. And
She
like,
was so good at playing D. Like I was so surprised because was that her first time playing?
mhm.
How? Bro, I was like, what?
Yeah,
What? You're so into this. Wow. And then you get other people that join in and play for the first time, and you're like,
yeah.
you could tell. You're like, oh, I've never played before. That's no problem. I'm not
Mhm.
worried about it. I'm not freaking out. There's no reason to
No,
be a butthole.
she's
It's not
super
like I'm the best player in the
enthusiastic and
world.
stuff. And yeah. Now she, like, especially for her first time, she didn't make choices that like all of us would make, but she played. She played the game and she did role play, and she was enthusiastic and tried,
Super
and
good.
that's a huge deal. That's literally where all the effort needs to go when you're playing D&D, is just being part of the scene and being part of the story, and she did it. So no, I'd love to have her back at some point if she's ever willing to, for sure. So anywho's, Ben, so you just broke out from the Hall of
Really bad.
Mirrors.
Yep. Was I attacked at all?
No, you were not attacked. I believe you have. That was your last action, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
I thought you guys would do the turns by now.
Got you. So now you'll be attacked because that clown is going to hop on you. So yeah, we're just going to go for it. He's going to miss, though. He runs up to you and he goes to jump on you and slips on a piece of glass, actually, and just, there's just glass everywhere, and it's just, nobody's having a good time. Let's see. Orog, however, has gained his confidence back a little bit, and he comes marching around the end, and he goes,
"No, you don't."
And he starts running up to you. Ooh, my goodness. 18.
Hits.
All right. With a giant shard of glass that he's pulled off the wall, he. Oh, mercy. Okay, hold on. Really? Okay. He swings the glass at you and deals 10 damage to you as he chucks it down at you with aggression. That being the first of his 2 attacks that he gets.
And they go down.
Ooh. And so he hits you with the glass, and you're obviously you're shaken from that because that's a tough hit. With the remaining bit in his hand, he attempts to just smash it into your face. When he lifts it, however, it just like cuts his hand, and he just goes, that hurt, and deals himself 1 HP of damage. So there you go. That's his double attack because it failed critically. Golly. All right, Matthew. You got your dummy. You're in there, and Darlo the Daredevil has just grabbed the door handle. What are you doing?
I decapitate the puppet. With the Sword of Souls, I decapitate.
Oh, with the Sword of Souls.
With the Sword of Souls. One fluid motion. I'd put the sword away. I want to take the sword out and in one fluid motion decapitate the puppet at the same time.
Okay. By the way, did I ever give you any stats for that sword?
No. Oh,
Okay,
you gave. I'm sorry. Excuse me. You said it was 1d6 plus my modifier. But that's all you gave me. Okay. You just told me what damage it was, which it was a regular sword. You didn't tell me anything else about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that sounds right. It does deal damage until the magic within it is used. It deals standard damage. When the magic in it is used, is a whole different thing. We'll get into that another time. But yeah. So okay. Well, you don't even. Well, I mean, yeah. Go ahead and roll 2 attack, and
the dummy.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
Yeah, you hit it.
Okay.
Roll some damage, my friend. And he's hammering at the door, and he's like, "You get away from him!"
10 damage. Bam.
10 damage. You slice the sword, the red blade chopping halfway into the neck, but not all the way through. And Darlo's voice, as he's pleading and screaming at you, "Get away from him! Get off!" He suddenly goes, "Get it!" You turn, and blood is just dripping out of his mouth, and you see how like if fabric gets a wine stain and how it'll just kind of appear and bleed through. That's happening, but to his skin, as the wound is just appearing on his neck. He lets go of the door and stumbles back, and he just gets on his knees, and he just sits on his knees holding his neck. Not yet dead, but messed up.
I'm also going to cast, if you'll let me, I gotta heal myself somehow, like some way. I gotta cast, what do I have? I wrote it down. I have Cure Wounds. I have to, because I'm gonna die. So let me do this. I just want to make sure I'm doing it 100% right. I had them written down somewhere, but I lost all my
1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Spellcasting ability modifier. 1d8. Yep. That's a 6. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, cool. That helps a lot. Thank you.
Okay, good.
All right, cool. That's it. I'm gonna prepare to attack the puppet again. Oh wait, real quick. Oh wait. Oh. Is there any debris in the room?
Any debris in the room?
Mm-hmm.
There's broken bits of the door that are kind of
desk, a barrel, anything.
Oh, like furniture? Like, yeah. Oh yeah. There's a makeup desk with a large mirror and lanterns around it. There's a wardrobe.
I want to grab the puppet and get in half cover.
Wait, you're gonna do what?
I want to
get in cover.
I want to get in cover because he's throwing crap at me.
Gotcha.
I can't keep getting. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the puppet and wail on it from behind cover because I can't keep getting.
You know how cover works?
Okay, gotcha.
Doug, you know how cover works?
I don't, but go ahead and explain it.
I don't know the exact ruling, but being in cover raises your AC, so range hits. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you just want to take like his makeup desk and like make a little barricade, like not barricade, but like a little cover to hide behind.
Yeah. Yeah, because full cover, they have to. Full cover means they can't hit you. There's no way they can hit you. Half cover means it raises your AC by whatever you determine. There's probably a rule on it, but you're the rule maker overall. So
I mean, in this case, if you want to use the table, we'll say it's a half cover, and I would say to raise the AC by like 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, cool. I can deal with that.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna look up the cover rule just because I'm very curious.
Yeah, that's fine. Darlow it's his turn. You just hear squelching and gasping, and he's sitting there just holding his neck.
It's exactly that. Half cover is +2 to AC.
Hey, cool. Look at me, I'm natural. Okay, cool. No, thank you guys for teaching me something new, so I appreciate that.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, so Darlow, he's doing his own thing.
He's dying, so.
Yeah, he's dying. Ben, we're back to you, covered in glass. Huh?
I was like, just to the cat, like, sorry, dude, just keep wailing on him. I'm so sorry, you stabbed me first.
But yeah, so Ben, we're back to you. You're covered in glass. And Orog is standing right over you. He just cut his own hand on accident with a shard of glass.
He eats his ice cream.
I was gonna say
it's super effective. Put this away for a second. I'm torn. I got these guys are gonna keep attacking me, so I gotta attack them. But she's being held at whip point, so I don't have any range things. Where's the clown? Is it next to the guy or?
Let me see which clown was let me see. You hit him. He's right there. Yeah, he's pretty much right next to the guy. Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So I'm just I will yeah, okay. So what I'll do is I'll bonus action Thunderous Smite. No, sorry, Searing Smite. Wrong smite. So my blade will just like course with like holy fire as I try to attack. Well, I'll swing for both. Like if I can, it's just like it's gonna try to attack both of them.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, there we go. All right, so let me roll to hit. Where is that? It's gone. I don't know why it keeps disappearing. What is this music? What? I just look up and I see both of you guys doing that. All right, so that is 14 to hit.
Okay. Oh goodness. Is that for both of them, or like is it one target at a time?
I don't know how you want to do this because it's technically not a multi-attack; it's one attack. But
If it's one attack, then
it's just like I can't do 2 attacks. So
okay. All right. So you do your swing and it just chops through the clown. And you can go ahead and roll damage for it. It will not be hitting Orog though, as the clown took that momentum away.
Can I cancel the smite because I don't think that's needed.
That's fine. Yeah.
Alright. It's just I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need this later. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's smite. That's 2d6. That is 12 damage.
Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yep, you straight up Darth Maul him. You just chop him right through the gut, and his legs are still standing, his top half just. He dead. He real dead. He real dead. Yeah.
All right, and for my last. Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay.
Orog sees this, and he just goes, "That was my favorite one."
All right. Now pour my last lay hand. Excuse me, into myself as my last action. Just like put my hand on my neck and just like start to heal that wound.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right, so that is the end of that one. Marty the magician standing upon the high area of the circus has the whip around Dahlia's neck and has her at the front. I'm beginning to grow tired of your games, boys. Let's all come out and talk like men, why don't we? And he does a magic gesture with his wand, and all of the mirrors just, and they all turn to broken shards, and then the shards turn into smaller shards until they're all just grains of sand, and the floor looks exactly the way it was before everything. And Orog is standing there, just where he was before. The clown is there, you're there, but now it's just the ordinary arena, and a single spotlight on top aiming at Dahlia and Marty. Orog just doesn't even hesitate. He just goes straight for you with an attack. 17 for the first attack. Was that it? Oh.
I'm muted. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, all right. So first attack, he does that. Let me get the right thingy thing. Okay. So while as you were looking around at all the mirrors as they were collapsing, you were kind of just taking it all in and didn't realize Orog was winding up those big old tree trunk arms, and he just smashes down on you with 11 points of damage.
Still up?
As his first attack. 15 does not hit, correct?
It does not, yep.
Okay, so we're just gonna say he only attacked once, so I don't have to make a I don't have to make a
other fair enough.
For him. But yeah, so that is his attack. And he just looks at you on the ground. He just goes,
not so scary now, are you?
Matthew, back with your dummy.
A 19 to cut the dummy's neck off with 7 damage.
So I just want you to tell me, assuming that this is theoretically this guy's last singular hit point.
Finish him.
Tell me what happens.
So I would think that in Jed's idea of how this works is he pushes down and separates the neck from the puppet. It snaps, and there's almost like, I don't know how you would describe it, but I would think there'd be some side of like darkness about the puppet that would envelop it, and it would start shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking, and light would escape, and then darkness, and then it would stop shaking and melt away. And I would see that, and I would stand up over the desk to get a look at this. What was his name? I can't remember his name.
Darlo.
So I would look at Darlo, and I would assume that Darlo would no longer be clutching his neck.
No, that's precisely right, actually, because as you chop through the last segment of his neck, the doll does dissipate, like you say, and it like, and like there's dark spiritual energy that's like warping, and it starts crumbling away. You look over to Darlo, and he's holding his neck, and you just see his head just flop down as it has been severed only from the inside. The skin is all still connected, and his head just dangles there by skin as his body collapses to the ground. The last days of Darlo, the Daredevil.
Sorry, dude. So I'm gonna go and unlock the door. I actually already had it unlocked. So I'm gonna open it the rest of the way, collect my piece if it's still on the ground, the chess piece.
Yep.
Eat a ration for some extra luck, and then I'm gonna like, as fast as I can, and get back out and see what's going on.
Awesome. All right. Well, Ben, that brings it back to you, my friend.
Sorry, ice cream. There. So I'll just like slam my sword to the ground as I stand up.
Wait, you said you're gonna do what with your sword?
I'm just standing up, right? Because I was.
Oh, okay. You
just
stand up.
like stab my sword to the ground, just like pick myself up.
Yeah.
Just like. And that was your one, and I'm gonna attack him.
Go for it.
This will also be with the Searing Spite. I hope this hits. That is going to be that's going to be 11 to hit.
11 to hit.
Yep.
No, sir, it's not. You go to swing to attack him, and he just blocks it. He just blocks it with his arms. What else you got? Anything else?
I think that's it. That's my last spell slot. All my healing. I don't know how many channel divinities I have.
What level are you?
It's MSC level 3. I might only have one. That's not right. It's cleric.
If you're level 3, then you only get one a day.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's. I can't. There's nothing else I can do.
Wait, what's your devotion or oath?
My oath is crown, and I already used my channel divinity to like keep these guys on me.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything else.
So while you're there and you are locked with Orog in this grappling position, Magic Marty at the top of the thing. Which, by the way, Matthew, are you? Did you want to leave the halls, or did you still want to stay back there and kind of explore and stuff like that? What were you?
I gotta get back in the fight. I gotta help. I
Okay.
can't leave him by himself.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll say that you're out, that you just entered the main arena, kind of on the opposite side of him, of Daniel, I mean. And yeah, Magic Marty's at the top, and he sees everyone. He goes,
Finally, an audience. Well, I'll bet you've never seen a stunt like this before.
and he pushes Dahlia off with the whip around her neck and the other end of the whip tied to one of the posts, and she falls for just a second, and then doing, and the whip goes tight, and it's so quiet. She's just hanging there. She looks up.
I don't breathe air, you idiot!
I was about to.
I was hoping.
Oh man.
Well, that's just show business. Doesn't always go according to plan. But now she's out of the way and I can deal with you too.
And he jumps down and uses a rope with a pulley system that goes down with him. And Marty is in the fight. And he, let me see, he attempts to throw a playing card at Jed. It misses slightly though. It whizzes past you. Daniel, he goes for you as well. Getting a 16. That does not hit, correct?
That's a miss. Yep.
Okay, all right. So he chucks a couple of cards, just the metal playing cards. They whiz past both of you, but you're both fine. Orog, however, is not done with you, Daniel. He keeps grappling with you. Give me a strength check.
So I imagine he's actually grappling.
Yep. Y'all are grappling.
That will be a. Wouldn't it be a? I looked at grappling rules.
I'm not okay. So here, let me clarify a little bit. Since I probably don't know the official rules for grappling, what I was doing was just rolling d20 and adding your strength mod to it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then you're going against his. So yeah.
I was wondering if it's a check or a save at my part, because it would make sense for it to be a save.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm just gonna check that real quick, because if it's a hell is all this? Give me the actual book, people. We'll just say it's check for now.
Okay.
Trying to load. Oh wait, here it is.
Here you go.
Using at least one free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. A strength or an athletics check contested by the target's strength or athletics check. Or dexterity. You can also choose dexterity if you want.
No, it's my strength is my dexterity is like your strength. It's terrible. So it will be strength. So that'll be that'll be a that'll be a 16.
Okay, so 16. He overpowers you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
wait, sorry. Did you say I could use athletics, Matthew?
Yeah, it's an athletics check, is what it is.
That was still 2. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. So he grapples with you, but he does overpower you and goes for an attack. Misses with that one as well, though. So he's just parrying off with you. So just every move, you're both.
Now I say this cautiously because I am grappled. He does get advantage.
Okay.
You know this.
I mean, honestly, he just rolled really badly. So I mean, yeah, that's not gonna pass. Nope, he fails. He fails.
Just want to make sure rules are kept. So, well, of course, if you say otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're good. Matthew, you were back to you as Jed enters the arena.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. So we discussed this in the past. I always have the Thundro loaded and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pull that bad boy out, take aim at Mr. Marty Pants, and I'm gonna fire.
Go for it.
And it was a Dex, I believe.
I think so too. Yeah.
19.
And yep, that'll hit. So roll some damage.
So it's plus Dex, right? So it's whatever you roll plus your Dex. That's what we decided damage. Okay, so it's 8.
8 damage?
8 damage.
No. That number comes back.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's weird. Nice. You wing him with whatever was in there. I don't know if it was a shard of metal or rock or whatever, but it just. Oh.
So you like tricks with fire, huh?
Let's see.
I'm gonna eat another ration.
Yeah. You like tricks with fire, huh? Eating corn on the cob.
I'm like, bam, and I like put it back on my back, and I'm just like eating.
But Ben, we're back to you, man. We're back to you. You and the strong man. Y'all just decking it out like bosses. Yeah.
I toss before I end my turn. I toss a bardic inspiration to Ben.
That's useful. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, by the way, Matthew. Like that was only like 1 or 2 actions now, wasn't it? You still have a third, don't you?
No, that's what I meant. I just want to toss that.
Oh, okay.
At him.
Okay, so yeah, Ben, we're at you. You got your bardic inspiration.
Yeah. All right. That's
Matthew. You got to say something inspirational.
Oh yes.
Something bardic and inspirational.
Bard.
Sing him a little encouragement song while he's wrestling this giant behemoth of a man.
I pull my lyre out and I'm like, dang. Wrestle up, defeat this man. You can do it. I believe in you. I swear to God, if we all die, I'll kill you in the afterlife, man. So just fucking kill him, please.
I love it.
And I start crying. I'm like, please.
Do you feel inspired? Daniel?
Yeah.
All right. Do your move, man.
Headphones died. So I'm on computer mic now. I don't know how this sounds. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Just picture it not as Rocky, more like old timey Lear. It's just,
Yeah, for sure.
Ring, ring, ring.
But this is how it felt to them, though. This is
Yeah.
like you were like, yeah,
like, no drum sets are being played, but we swear we can
Yeah.
still hear it.
yeah.
All right, so I will first attempt to roll to break the grapple.
Go for it.
That would be a 9.
Is it a 9?
Yep.
You overpower him.
So I just break free, feeling inspired from this.
Yep. You're like, I got the eye of the tiger.
Whatever that fucking means.
I don't even know what that means.
I'll I'm trying to think of something to say.
I like Cheez-Its.
Thrill of the fight.